the room of judgment, part 2. So what happens is when you go into a room, the other entities in the room now start the judgment process. You see, God ain't got to wait for you to come stand at the pearly gate. Oh, man, you got to put that childish foolishness down and start resurrecting your consciousness. You see, that's why I make these videos, because of my love for you. No, I'm serious, man. You know, this is love. I said, yo, let me just share this truth from my world. And like I was getting ready to say, that if you are hearing this video, this is for you. No, you got to understand that. Check it out. Who's watching the video right now? Just you, sitting there, wherever you at, listening to this video. Just you. So I made it just for you. You hear me? You feel me? Anyway, because this knowledge is just for you. This knowledge is going to help you. It's going to lift you. It's going to elevate you. It's about ascension. You know, people keep, you see movies about ascension. See people floating in the air. You are the air. You got to study universal law. Universal law, the law of correspondence, as above, so below. You are all things. Okay, well, maybe, the law of correspondence is going to be another lecture. When you see me post it, check it out. But anyway, so when you go into it, according to quantum physics, now I want to take you on this principle so you understand the room of judgment and how it works more. According to quantum physics, anything is a potential possibility. You see, you got to understand how quantum physics ties in with what Jesus Christ was talking about when he said all things is possible. When Jesus Christ said all things is possible, he was referring to quantum physics. Quantum physics says according to the structure of the atom could take on any form. Oh my God! It's about time somebody brought that Bible to you on a level like this. You need to understand who you are scientifically, metaphorically, psychologically. You got to understand who you are at all levels. This is ascension. Studying and this is ascension. Studying and showing thyself approved is ascension. Studying is the first process. Now people understand. People say, well, you know, I read books higher than the Bible, brother. Well, I'm sorry, but I read books higher than the Bible too. But there are those who are locked on the book. So my job is to take the wisdom from the higher level, deep, secret, mystical knowledge and bring it down to a more plain level for the children who are starving for the information on how to ascend. It all begins with consciousness. Now let's get back to the room of judgment. But anyway, so because of the dynamics of you being within your own universe, it is intricately designed that when you go into a room according to quantum physics, or whatever, when you close the door to your house, you believe outside is still there. Because that's the last thing you saw in your consciousness. Am I not correct? But according to quantum physics, there's a multitude of possibilities that's going on outside that door. Go watch the Matrix again. There's a lot of truth in the Matrix. Make sure you take one of them pills before you watch. No, I'm just joking. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, the blue pill, the red pill. I like that, yo. I like the way the movie began with the blue pill and the red pill. Serious. So, you have to understand that according to quantum physics, when you close your blind, your window, or you go into your bedroom, you go into the bathroom, every time you close the door behind you, the room that you were previously in is now out of your consciousness. You got to understand this. Wherever you go is your garden. You're creating it with your mind. Everything that's going on is karma. You do something, It stays in your circumference. You can't hide it. And then when you go into a room, there are many other entities in the room. So now this is how God teach your sneaking ass a lesson. This is how the universe does. There ain't no waiting until after you die. Your ass gonna be judged every time you walk into another room. Because the universe then bounce your innermost secretive ideas and is then attracted to another little snake in the corner who got some of the same similar ideas. And without even realizing it, you unconsciously gravitate toward that snake. Oh my goodness. Go back to Genesis. It all begins with what? Ideas. Ideas is trees. Trees maintain fruit. What are fruit metaphorically? Items that give a sensation on the tongue. Or if it's wisdom, light up the brain. Oh, I'm going to take it to the next level. But you know, I gotta close this. This is part 2. So I want to get back to that room. So you have to understand that according to quantum physics, there's a multitude of possibilities every time you open a door. There's a multitude of possibilities, like Jesus said, every time you apply for a job or if you play a lottery ticket. If you have my wisdom, don't mess with that lottery shit. That is hell waiting for you. But anyway, so when you go into a room, like the lady in the church story that I was telling you about, she didn't realize that all that she's seen going on in the church was within her own consciousness. So she runs up in there. Remember, when you go into a room, it is you in the room. It doesn't matter who's in there. Your consciousness, you're in the room. Oh my God, God tell me, oh, just one person's going to understand this concept. You see, this is how the room of judgment works. When you go into a room, if you got to listen to my lecture, Screen of Your Life. Whatever room you go into, when you open that door, step in there, this is the screen of your life looking at you. You don't know what's there. I'm applying for this job. They pay $56,000 a year. Man, I'm going to be making me some paper. Yet, when you get the job, all type of hell hit that desk. The room of judgment. You see, you got to tie the room of judgment in with Jesus Christ, what Jesus Christ was saying in Matthew when he said, blessed is he whose heart is pure. For on the screen of his life, the coat of God around him in the atomic structure that makes up who he is, he shall see God. Oh, I hope somebody understands this type of wisdom. But like I said, even Jesus himself said, this is not for some of you. He didn't mean that because the ones who it wasn't for were going to hell, as people like to think. What he meant when he said this is not for some of you is that when an individual come along and drop this type of science, some people are not going to conceive some of the sayings. I don't understand what he's saying. Well, continue to study and show yourself approved. I don't put you down because trust me, if I already know that if you listening to this video, why I keep saying video? I promise to stop saying video. If you listening to this audio, you have been chosen for ascension. Do you hear me? Because the wisdom that I'm dropping is the essence of who I am. And I knew it was time to drop this wisdom when God said, if you love me, then you yourself need to listen to your own lecture, The Screen of Your Life. Oh my God, it was a conviction. Because God said, I've already taught you that all that you're looking at is I am. The I in you have created it all. So love it all, God damn it, and let me help you fix it up. And this begins with you understanding who you are. Know thyself. Understanding what Christ meant when he said the kingdom is within you. He's talking about the images reflected on your pineal gland and how you are in control of that if you understand how consciousness works. Oh, we got to stop playing these little Bible games. This is more consciousness, baby. And I don't come to play. Like I said, I have one goal. Live humanity. And how I do it? By resurrecting the consciousness of the gods. Your consciousness is power. Well, ain't nobody going to tell you that. If you want to get a hint as to how consciousness works as power, watch Will Smith movie. I don't know if it's the first one he did with his son where, it had a lot to do with, you had to be brave to conquer these monsters and shit. I can't remember the name. Watch the very beginning of that movie. There's a powerful hint that Will Smith is sending out, but a lot of people missed it. If you notice, when you watch the movie, they all appeared in this spot on this little pedestal. The first thing that came to their mind was, well, how the hell do we get the hell off here? Then Will Smith, being the leader, decided to just step off the pedestal. And when he stepped off the pedestal, more of the pedestal appeared. You see, I can stop right there. When he took the step, more of the pedestal appeared. What was he doing? Designing his world as he thought. Oh my goodness. Y'all missed that one. Will Smith was trying to let you know that consciousness is power. So Will Smith was showing you right there. They didn't know what to do. He took a step forward. And the pedestal appeared. Basically, in that universe that they were in, whatever you're thinking, you just do. That was the concept. A lot of people missed that. But you see, if you understand who you are, know thyself, Will Smith, he has this high conscious knowledge. And if you pay very close attention in his movies, he's conveying messages. I know a lot of people are just looking at the movie. Sometimes you gotta look at the movie like 2 or 3 times to really get the message, because a lot of things you miss. It's like some of the books that I read, even the person who wrote the book suggested you read it like 3 or 4 times, and then the wisdom gets deep in it. But anyway, going back to that, this is consciousness. So you have to understand, how does this tie in with the room of judgment? Who you are, what you're going through, you've designed it. So anytime you go to a new job, church, store, sister house, apartment building, anywhere you go, Walmart, everything in there is your consciousness. And the universe takes that opportunity to bounce the law of karma off of you. Why not? It's part of your spiritual development. I can't get into, I got to tie karma into this, then I got to close this out. You see, when you go into the room of judgment, you wouldn't understand the room of judgment, would understand how, through the laws of attraction, karma work. You see, I'm going to drop the size right now. You go into the room of judgment, you don't understand why every room that you go into is the room of judgment. If you don't understand that you've had numerous lives before this third dimensional existence, of course when you read the Bible, You don't understand why, I think I discussed this in one of my other videos, someone will walk up on you and slap the living shit out of you, and you are then instructed by the Bible, Christ, to lovingly turn the other cheek. I'm going to say it again. You walk into a room, movie theater, wherever you go, check cash, Walmart, don't matter where you go. New York City tight-ass subway train, it don't matter where you go. Every place you go is you. You see, once you understand how you're made, and I hope looking at this photo is helping you. That's why when Jesus Christ, when you stand next to somebody and says, hey, I am not of this world, he know that all the confusion going around in their confused minds is creating hell. Each one is creating their own particular hell within their own universe. And he's like, well, I'm here for a particular assignment. I'm not necessarily going through the hell that you're going through, but I have my love for you. He didn't really say it like that. No, I'm saying, sometimes, man, as a minister, I keep that mindset. There's a certain level of detachment one must maintain, even as you try to minister to another individual. But anyway, that's what Jesus Christ meant when he said, yo, my world's not your world. You know what I'm saying? And I wrote it, man, straight up Brooklyn OG. Yo, dude, what up? Yo, that's what you going through? Damn. But yo, my world, not your world, dude. You know what I'm saying? I got mad compassion for you. Whoa, I'm going to pray for you. Okay, see you later. Oh, man, but you have to understand, you can't escape your actions. The law of karma is one of the principal laws that awaits you in the room of judgment. Somebody will walk up to you and slap the living shit out you. You know why it says turn the other cheek? I'll tell you why it says turn the other cheek. There's two principles. One is that you've done this before to someone. Yes, this is karma. People just don't come up to you and slap the living shit out of you. You've done this to someone before. Maybe a child, not a child, maybe your own child, or maybe in a previous life, you've done this before. And the universe is basically repaying you so that you can experience your own action. Now, the reason the Bible will say turn the other cheek, by turning the other cheek, you are letting the universe know that your spirit has ascended, you are now filled with love, and you are unaware that this act that has taken place against you is your karma. You gotta understand what the Bible means when it says, well, Jesus was innocent. You understand? You gotta understand that. To show you at a high level of how brutal existence was at the time, even a man who had no negative energy, karma in him at all, got his ass brutalized. You gotta understand what Jesus meant when he's walking next to me. Hey, my world's not your world. You can't kill me just yet. Get your ass out of here. Nah, he didn't say it like that. But you see, so the law of karma, you gotta understand that. So the law of karma kicks in the room of judgment. So you go into a room, somebody, blah! Now what? Remember, this happened because this is karma. So now oh, wow. Yo, damn, man. I'm sorry, my brother, my sister. Please, whatever I have done, accept my deepest. Get the fuck out of here. You see, I'm still trying to work with that law, okay? But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to work with that one. I just can't have people slapping the shit out of me. No, I'm serious. That's the path you're supposed to say, but shit, I'm still working on that one. But basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you is that that's how universal law works. When you walk into a room, judgment is right there because everything that's going on in that room is the screen of your life. It's your consciousness, your karma. The laws kicking back at you. The first thing that kicks in, one of the most strongest dynamics is how the law of attraction works in a relationship. let alone walking into a strange room. The law of attraction automatically kicks in with your mate. That's a whole nother lecture. But like I said, I want to bring this into a close. So it's crucial that you understand how the room of judgment work. You walk upon a person, you got shit going on in your world, they got shit going on in their world. You know, both of y'all trying to do the right thing, but you got like a little dirt in the closet. Anytime you walk into a room, this is where the universe says, well, the closet is open. You in it. The universe, while you think, you see, what you don't understand is this is how the universe works. I got a lecture coming up called God Like to Play Games. You need to listen to that one. This is how the room of judgment works. You see, when you walk into a room, this is your consciousness. So all of you is now in the room. You think you hiding something. Woo, man, dang. Man, I hope nobody find out about that. Go to another church. There's 10 people in there doing this little thing you think you hiding in yourself. The room of judgment. That's how universe works. Every individual that you walk upon is their own universe. This is what Christ meant when he said, blessed is he whose heart is pure. He's talking about that if you're pure in heart, the individuals who will be around you in that room, they will be pure too. And thus, in a pure atmosphere, a pure arena, you see the pure, unadulterated, uncut, supreme love of God. But because within your own mind and consciousness, dirt and filthy hide in there, the room of judgment kicks in. Don't worry about judgment. Tupac used to say, only God can judge me. Well, if you understand consciousness, and if you understand that I, the intelligence of God in you, activating your pineal gland, directing all these images to your brain, so that you can now figure out this universe and understand how you must master yourself in this third dimensional realm by studying the universal laws and showing thyself approved. Oh, let me put the word ascension in there. Okay, I think I did enough. You know, I know y'all busy. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to close this out right now because, you know, I got to start working on the next video. I got to share my love. So I hope somebody got something from that. I hope you understand that you are your own universe. And, you know, you need to start fixing that universe up so that when you do walk into a church, a job, or somebody's house, new girlfriend that you trying to impress, you know, a new brother you trying to impress, you know, sooner or later, that which is in you is going to attract that which is in him. Next thing you know, y'all going to be fighting because your dirt has surfaced. Your negative ways, that little hiding. No, this is now surface law of attraction, so you're fighting. I am better than you. No, you're worse than me. Well, I guess, you know, all this stuff comes to, you know, after all of that intense love and stuff like that is cleared up, man, now the real universal laws start coming. You know, God is patient. He waits. You know, he waits for all that heat and all that intense love. God just waits. All that hair pulling and ass slapping. God said, I'll wait. I'm going to see how they work these laws amongst one another when all that fleshly foolishness is done. I don't want to get deep into that. But yo, I'm going to close this out. Yo, it's been sweet. It's been lovely. Listen. Peace. Love. Happiness, baby. You got to study the laws. And when you study the laws, yo, then comes ascension. This ain't going to be in no next life. You got to start studying right now to ascend in this life. So, yo, understand how the room of judgment works. Start cleaning out your mind. You know, start changing your nature over to that which is more loving. Understand how the law of action works and start doing more acts of love. And those acts of love will eventually start to erase some of that negative karma that you have coming back to you in these rooms. I'm telling you, when I walk into a room, peace, how you doing? It's nothing but the pure love of God. Now, you know, every now and then, you know, my jackass gonna walk up and test me because, you know, my lovely goddess, my wife, had to help me to understand that, you know, when God elevated me to understand that demons walk amongst us, my wife had to make me understand that, help me to understand that they just don't, come with sicknesses and illnesses, and they come. No, some of them come upon you, straight thuggery, want to test you. I got another story to tell you about that, but I ain't gonna get into that one right now. Young fellow tried to test me. Oh my goodness. Woo! Was he surprised? Anyway, but so the room of judgment is basically to help you understand that according to quantum physics, according to knowing thyself, and according to Jesus Christ's principles of the kingdom is within you, when you step into a room, you are stepping into the own kingdom of your consciousness. So what's going on in there is what's in your consciousness. So if there's gossiping going on, fighting, this is all in your consciousness. If I was you, I'd start watching some of the movies and shit. I don't know what the hell it is, but you got to be careful. Taking it all the way back to Genesis. I'm going to close this out with this thought. When you go way back to Genesis, God warns you, I put thee in the garden. He's telling you that you are the intelligence running through the garden. He's telling you that his intelligence runs through your flesh. And he's helping you design your world through your consciousness. But at the same time, he says all the trees, let me remind you, ideas are not good for you. And some of these trees, ideas that you eat from, will surely die. Now, energy cannot die, it can only be transformed. So when he says some of these ideas that you can eat, that you eat from, you will surely die, he's talking about the transformation process. That means that some ideas, man, will kill your flesh. Your spirit is who he is. So he's telling you, certain ones ideas, that you eat from, it should take you out of here. You know what I'm saying? It'll transform your energy. I got to set you up in another dimension. That's another lecture. But anyway, I hope you understand the room of judgment. I hope you understand that prayer is essential, because lots of times it's good to pray before you venture into any new arena, job, church, whatever it is you get ready to go into. If you don't know thyself, understand your universe and the importance of, man, this video is too long. I need to slap myself every time I say video. This audio is too long. But you got to understand, I know y'all got things to do. How the room of judgment work. Keep your nature loving. Keep your nature pure. And know that when you walk into a room, whatever you experience in there is within your own consciousness. So if I was you, I would start by shutting down that TV and picking up more higher conscious wisdom, or finding other individuals such as myself and other individuals online that you can gather this wisdom for, because it's about ascension right now. You notice, man, they just keep putting zombie stuff on the TV. There's a reason why The Walking Dead is the #1 show in America. There's a reason for that. At the same time, the universe is trying to raise your consciousness, this force is trying to bring it down. But I'm going to leave that alone. Yo, this is Professor L. What up, what up, what up? Yo, look. I hope you had a minute of that wisdom. Brothers and sisters, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. No, cut. I hope I was able to enlighten you. I hope someone got an ounce of wisdom from all that I've shared. I am sharing in love from my heart. Like I said, I've been storing this for a long time. And now it's time to raise, lift humanity, and resurrect the consciousness of the gods. With that, I say peace, love, and Islam. And I'm out.